Yes, Etsy family, hope you guys are well. Guys, if you're struggling to make sales and you just find it difficult, you're looking to give up, then this video is for you. I need you to stay right to the end because I'm just going to make you feel so much better about getting those amazing passive sales. So please stay right to the end. But guys, my name's AJ. I'm the one that can help you grow your Etsy store. I do all kind of how-to videos to do with Etsy. And if you do want to get those amazing sales and you want to grow your store, then please hit the like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so I can see you on the next video. But guys, I've got Etsy open as usual. And this is after speaking to quite a few people, lately. And there's quite a few people that I've spoken to, and they're quite down and they're quite depressed, really, about their online business, their stores, not having enough sales, working and just not having the reward really to, that they can see. And I wanted to share this with you because, look, there's nothing guaranteed in life anyway. Never mind business. There's no guarantees in business. But one thing is for sure. One thing that I know from my own experiences for sure. You're going to fail, and you're going to fail over and over and over again. It's going to happen, right? And there'll be listings out there that you create that will not get sales. There'll be just zero sales. It's going to happen. But there's a big difference between those that actually make the money and actually are able to, have a fruitful business that they can actually live off. There's a big difference. And it's simply one thing. It's the mindset. It's a character thing. And if you don't have that mindset, you don't have that positivity, you don't have that belief, you don't have the discipline, because to be honest, I don't want to even say motivation, because motivation is short-lived. So, I can motivate you and then you'll be cool for about an hour or two, but then that motivation is going to die down and then you're left with nothing. So you have to have discipline. Guys, listen, I've failed so many times. But in the end, I've always won. Whether it be whatever it is, because it's the mindset. Now, I'm not saying I'm the most positive, because trust me, I get some really, really down days, right? I can get some really down days. But the thing is, I do, in a way, I create things that help me. I do things that help me. And it is a mindset thing, and it does take practice. So for you to actually make the sales, you have to have the mindset to be able to push yourself through those dark times, through those difficult times, which will come, which will happen on a regular basis. So, we do say it's very important on Etsy to keep listing. And this is a really, really important thing. You need to keep listing. Now, you're going to have ones that you might be working so hard on a listing and you're thinking, yes, this is the one, it's going to get me the money. But yet you're going to look at it day after day and you're not going to get a sale. And you're just going to be wondering what's going on. But some things are out of your control. You could be doing everything right. You could be actually making sure that the product is unsaturated, making sure your listing is SEO'd on point. You could be making sure that everything is ready to go. Your pricing is on point, everything. And you could do it all, but yet you still might not get those sales. And it does happen. And sometimes there are things that you cannot control and you cannot even understand, but it just happens. It's a bit like if I get some amazing viral sales, let's say on a listing, and I don't understand why I'm getting so many sales. It just happens sometimes. Yes, we do need to do our due diligence, and you need to obviously make sure that everything is right in place, because when you do everything right, it gives you a better chance of doing well. So that is true. However, like I said, you will get good sales, you're going to get bad sales, and you're going to get mediocre sales. And you're going to get no sales. It's just the part and parcel of selling online. And it's not just an Etsy thing. It's just a selling thing. It's a business thing. It's life thing. And it's like life all over. Sometimes there are good days. Sometimes there are bad days. Sometimes friends are cool and you want to hear what they need to say. And they're, but some days they're not cool and you fall out. So it's just the way it is. I don't know how else to say it. It's just the way it is. But what I can tell you about Etsy is those that are disciplined and they are consistent and they keep going and they keep listing and they're always willing to learn, they will always win. They're going to win regardless because they don't stop. And the Etsy algorithm will favor those that are on the platform pushing. Because listen, Etsy is full of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of stores that are dead, that are literally dead. Whenever I do my analysis and I use EVERBEE and I look at stores, because I'm constantly on Etsy because I will always like to improve and find other niches and just look at things. And I'm constantly on it because I believe that we've not all learned everything. There's always something to learn. And there's always someone to learn from. So I look at EVERBEE and I look at listings that are just absolutely dead, zeroed out, listing after listing. And you know what I notice is that a lot of these listings, they're like done ages ago, months ago, and there hasn't been any new listings put. So it's telling me that so many people have given up. They do their listings and they actually stop. And the funny thing is, from my analysis as well, I noticed that people, the ones that actually pull through and go through that the adversity, we call it, and the hardship, and the ones that are, let's say, are getting the zeros, but yet they're consistent, they're listing. Sometimes you see that pattern just change like a switch. All of a sudden they start getting some sales and they start building on the sales. And then they learn something, because what you do is you're learning all the time. So for example, if I'm doing listings and it's zero, there's no sales, fine. But let's say I'm doing listings and I'm starting to get a few sales. That's telling me something's working. So this is what you do. You have to learn as you go along. So you have to fail for you to succeed, is what I'm trying to say. You need to fail if you're going to win in the end. So failure is actually part of the process, right? The biggest thing that you can do is to give yourself low expectations in your mind and know that this is not a get rich quick scheme, because it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Some people do actually, they can make really good money quickly, but that's very rare, right? It's the ones that are listing and listing and listing and they're consistent. What usually happens is the majority of the sellers, the ones that are listing a lot and keep listing, those sellers are getting some money, little bits of money from different listings, right? And then there'll be one that gets a lot of money, a really cool listing, getting lots and lots of money. It just goes kind of viral, if you like. They kind of hit the right product at the right time with the right, people seeing it, all that kind of thing. When everything is aligned, the moons are aligned and it just works. It does happen. And the thing is, the more listings you do, the better the chance of something like that happening anyway. So it kind of works. So you have to keep listing. You have to keep pushing yourself. You have to keep learning, changing, improving. Sometimes I'll sit on a listing and I will change the pricing slightly. And then all of a sudden it starts selling. And it could be like a £1, $1 difference, or 0.5, 50 cents, whatever it is. It could be 0.25 cents, like a 0.25 pence. It's crazy. And then it might just spark a sale. And then it starts building from there. So what I'm trying to say is you have to keep working, right? Now, I know, look, it's at the beginning, it's really hard when you're juggling life, you're juggling other work commitments, you're juggling family. It is so hard. But listen, guys, if you want that light at the end of the tunnel, you want to actually do what you want to do in your life, you actually want to live off this online business that you're trying to create, it will require hard work. It's not going to be coming for free, right? But I can guarantee you, I can tell you something which is true, right? From everybody, that all the people that have done this, is that if you keep going, you're relentless, you don't stop, you're actually very consistent, right? And you keep working and you keep uploading and you keep designing, you keep listing, you're never stopping, you keep learning, then you will win in the end. You don't know when that time is going to come, but in the end it will happen. It might be early, it might take a long time, but it will happen. And trust me on this, the feeling that you get from actually seeing those amazing sales come through and knowing that you're done with everything else, that this is your time and that you're able to actually live off your income from your own online store, there is no better feeling knowing that you went through all that adversity and you come through the other end. And this is what I'm trying to say. For those of you that are down, disheartened, believing it can never happen, I've been there. Like it's not nice and it doesn't feel good. And just thinking about it, actually, you know, it kind of makes me feel quite sad. But I tell you what, you will feel absolutely ecstatic and over the moon when you see things working and you see that you're being favored and things are working to your advantage. That's when you will see the light, and that's when you will start believing, right? You will believe. And that's what you got to do. However, all you got to do now is, if you're feeling that pain and it's going really hard, you just have to keep working robotically. Keep doing it. Keep going. Don't stop. Mechanism, robotic. Keep listing. Keep uploading. Don't stop. It's a 0. Okay. No worries. That's fine. Let's go. Right? And then it'll start chipping away. Then things will work in. Look, it's a volumes game as well. The more you do, the more chance it is. But obviously focused, obviously unsaturated, obviously SEO'd, obviously looking at pricing, looking at all of those things, ready to improve. But it will click. It will click. It might start clicking small and then start clicking massively. But this is why they said, if it was easy to do, then everybody would be doing it, right? So nobody said it was easy. But you just have to work on all these different things and these strategies. And you have to keep willing to tweak, learn, change, move direction, pivot. Whatever it takes, you got to do to win in the end. Don't let the algorithm beat you. You can win in the end. I'm telling you now. So go and do it. Finish this video and go and list up, man. Go and beat the Etsy algorithm, because you can do this. This is your time. You're made for this. I'll see you on the next video.